Go.
Two dads, one dot.
Yeah.
The Hot Takes Podcast, episode 61, game night.
Bang.
Uh-oh. There's football.
Yeah.
It inspired it. We're playing games tonight.
Yeah.
Before we get to games, though,
It's draft season.
it is draft season. We're going to hit you up with the regulars, the house cleaning, the newly adapted shop talk,
Shop talk.
the always popular WABs, and then the top three. It's draft season. We're going board games. For those of you who don't listen to us on a regular basis, we used to just create our own top three. Now we're doing it in draft orders. We're letting people pick because they like to interact with us, and we want to know who won. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Bingo bango.
Life's a competition.
Yeah. Life's
If
a
you're not
garden.
first, you're last.
You're the winner or you're losing.
Dig it.
Before we get into it, though,
Yes.
Trav, tell us who this podcast is sponsored by.
Today's podcast is brought to you by First Shield Defense. First Shield Defense is a proud supporter of 2D1D, and they want to give its listeners the opportunity to train at an awesome discount. Message FSD First Shield Defense on Facebook, Instagram, or their website and mention that you're a 2D1D offspring. Mention that you're a listener. Listen to the pod. You'll get 50% off your first 2 months membership, almost a $200 value. They will help develop a self-defense strategy that is natural to you. Reach out to First Shield Defense today, www.firstshieldefense.com. Shout them out. Shout them out. FSD. 2D1D.
And as always, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon, Google. Check us out on YouTube's. I've been noticing the views go up. That's
Yes.
to you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank
Smash
you.
the like, hit the subscribe, baby.
Love to see it. Send us the fucking.
Skrr.
There we go.
Drop that beat.
Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Sha-sha-sha-sha-sha.
Dun, 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 dun.
And we are back.
Yeah.
Two dads, one dut, the Hot Takes Podcast. As always, I am your one dut, Justin Dutteroy.
And now, starting for your podcast, 5'11 and 3/4, it's Trav Dad, the fictional dad, Travis.
That would make me. I was going to say starting point guard, but that doesn't seem as with
That's
three
okay.
people. It doesn't really.
That's all right.
I'm the real dad.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm Skur Dad, Brandon Brenner.
Welcome.
Slot wide receiver, little Cole Beasley action over
Yeah.
there.
Now we're
Welcome,
talking.
welcome, welcome. I would be clearly the quarterback. 99 overall, throw power just through the roof.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Throw power.
I'd be
You're
the
the
only
long
one.
snapper, dude. Your special team's a long snapper.
Then my long snapping would be 100.
Yes,
So
I'll
just
give
no-
you that.
Sure.
I'll give you that.
Thank you. Yep.
I'll give
Either
you
way. Okay, so house cleaning. This is 2 weeks running now, so it's kind of
Yeah.
weird. We got to figure shit out and catch up.
In
So
case you guys haven't listened yet, last week was P Sweeze, so we did a little Roadhouse. Welcome to the movies.
R.I.P.
So we're getting back to the
The
back to
Reds.
the normal format.
Yes. Dut 1, the inaugural first top 3 draft season.
It's what we do, baby. It
Did he,
is
though?
what we do.
Yeah. But I did put here that we just need to set better parameters and just be better pod people. Because you won, and a lot of people were pretty, not bent out of shape, but they had a lot of questions around Blink 182
That's 100%. I get that.
and
I'll
Fallout
take that,
Boy.
Yeah.
Even though Fallout Boy has boy in the name. And
Sounds like I won by default.
Nah,
well, we'll
I
check-
won on merit.
No, we checked
they
the
were
tape.
boys. They were a band.
Yeah. It was a landslide. Like, Dut absolutely crushed us. But that being said,
He's got one under his belt.
yeah.
That's one.
We
1-0,
are
baby.
going forward today, even as well with board games, like we're going to explain the parameters so people know what to expect, what was going to make the list, what didn't make the list, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And then also figuring out the release for our schedule for our episodes. We actually didn't tell you. It was right before you got here, but
Learning on the fly.
Yes.
Just like
There
you
it is,
guys
baby.
out there.
That's how we do it.
every Tuesday for the football season, you're going to get girthy stuff.
There we go.
Girthy
Yeah.
football.
Makes
And
sense.
then every Thursday, you're going to get regular 2D1D Hot Takes podcast stuff.
Yeah.
Unless we decide to do a movie again.
We're talking Wabos. We're talking top threes. We're talking the hottest takes.
Yeah. So, without further ado, though, Shop Talk.
Shop talk.
I love it. I put here, actually, I almost want to call the segment within the segment
Words.
The second minute.
Shop Talk, because
You
a lot of
doing
these,
TikToks?
yeah, a lot of these just
Okay,
come from
alright.
TikTok, which again,
Okay.
for better or worse. So the first one I
Worse.
have here, yeah, I would agree. It's the mom with just massive cleavage in her videos, and she's the one where her name is like picks her kids up from school, mom.
Really?
Yeah, and I said it will always be that endless debate. You got to do, or you got to know whatever you're doing. Like, you clearly are having these things out on display. Your yabos
Yeah.
are just in full form, like perched up, just
I gotta
whatever.
check her out. I don't know her.
Yeah. Versus, I'm just a female who just happens to have boobs, like that whole argument when you hear him say it, but it's like,
Just put your phone next to my phone, and then your FBI is going to get my FBI guy. And then my For You page is just going to be a bunch of yobs.
exactly. But it's literally, so to give slight context, there's nothing to overthink. It's the backflip chick that does backflips and her boobs almost flop out. This lady just goes and picks up her kids, and she's just in the line at schools and just has massive cleavage shirts on.
Sure.
And is taking the video, obviously with it emphasized. And she's like, yeah, taking my kids up today. They tried out for the football team. I don't know if they're going to make it. I'm going to talk to the coach after school. And it's like all the comments are just, I think they'll be fine. I think they got varsity talent written all over them.
100%. She probably doesn't even have kids.
Yeah.
And she's just creating a TikTok account. Just
100%.
to
Yeah,
have it.
sits in a car. Because again, you get a niche and it's like, it's so odd how primal basic it is. But it's like, you just got a great rack and
Yeah.
people are thriving. Like you are thriving from people just watching you have a rack.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
It's
dude.
weird.
That kid's friends are just absolutely berating the shit out of that kid. Because
Yeah.
I know I would be.
Yeah.
100%.
Your mom's essentially
Tell your mom to upload new TikTok.
PG porn star. Like, it's just like, what is going on?
Oh, so you're not making fun of the kid. You're asking his to say, hey, mom, get some more on the net.
Oh, yeah, 100%, dude.
You think she could dump him next time? Christ, man. She keeps putting him out
Starting
there.
to know F or what, dude?
Yeah, like it's, I don't know. It's just weird. So, Shop Talk.
Shop talk, dude.
This one, really good one. I loved it. Again, Shop Talk. Going off of our fashion debates, Payless Shoes did a fashion prank,
Oh, yeah.
pulled it off perfectly. They
100%.
redid an entire store, made it like very
Upscale.
upscale. Like it looked
Put
like
like an accent over the name, and it was
course.
like, yeah.
they made it look like a Louis Vuitton, like a Gucci store,
As
something like
douchey as possible.
Oh, 100%.
Nice.
price
And a bunch
tags
of
on it.
like fashion people came in, like critiques, and they were like, "Oh, this material is so good. You can tell the way it's created.
Yeah.
like the stitching on this and everything." And you're just like, Keep talking,
So like
just keep going. And then they're like, "Yeah, this is all from Payless," and they're like,
Yeah.
What?
they're like these shoes were $19.99.
Yeah.
You just spent $4.95 on them because you felt it was extremely merited because of the craftsmanship. Like,
Yeah.
just so good to have somebody do that and just point out the obvious, which we've kind of done on this pod, is like fashion at some point just gets fucking stupid.
Yeah,
And like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, I think I sent both you guys the one. The guy was just in those weird, puffy, like,
It looked like rubber. I thought he was in just a rubber suit.
and he
Yeah.
was just doing handstands on a trampoline, and it was a fashion show.
I wanted to pop his pants, literally. Boop.
Because I'm like, where you go? Like, that guy gets on an airplane. What happens?
Not in those pants.
Somebody's sitting on
He
your left
survives.
thigh and your right.
he
Yeah,
survives.
goes down.
But I can only
It's a-
imagine if he gets the middle seat. I pray for it because they're gonna sit on his pants and just pop him, bust him, whatever. And it's like, ugh, it's just terrible.
Not on my plane.
Not on my watch. Shut up.
Shut up.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I wanted to keep it nice
Yeah,
and
man.
concise. Yeah. So
I think that's the point of it.
there we go.
Talk the ticks, dude.
Yeah. Do
You're
you guys
getting it.
do you guys have any shop talkers?
No.
No?
There's just one guy that does like he cooks like all like the healthy meals with like the high protein and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then now there's a TikTok where they actually like break down and like he does like a bunch of like gotcha, but I guess this dude's like actually pretty healthy about it, and I thought that was really nice.
Nice.
Cause then like cause he like doesn't tell you like what's in it or anything.
Yeah.
He's just like, this is what you put in it, and give you the measurements. But he doesn't tell you like, oh, this is 119 grams of protein and like
Yeah.
500 calories. He's just like, this is just healthy food.
Yeah. Just eat it.
Yeah, and he's like, just eat it. And this dude's like,
Pizza.
let's see if it's really healthy or not.
Yeah.
And then he breaks down the video with you, and then he's like, this one, actually a pretty healthy meal. You should probably try it.
Yeah.
And I was like, nice.
It is becoming weird. I mean, not to go too far on a left turn, like people again get famous or a following because of their specific niche. And then there's people that will literally get just as famous or grow a following based off of just
duetting those videos.
well, and going against them.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just the classic debate. Like I'm going to be the, the devil's advocate to it. And it's like,
100%.
now I have the following because you're a gym guy and you're teaching like proper etiquette. And then I'm just like some doctor or masseuse that's like, actually, that's all wrong.
Right.
And then I just edit and talk shit about your videos. And now everybody loves it. And there's like, who do we trust? I don't know, but I'll watch
Yeah.
both.
So should I make a video of me picking up my children in a
Crop top.
life preserver
Yeah.
and just jack it up to my neck at 90 degrees, hoping that maybe they make the band?
Yeah.
Just pull up in a suit and tie and just be like, oh, I wonder if my kid got into debate club today or something.
Yeah. Like it's just shit's interesting, man. Like the bar, like we talked about, it couldn't be lower with just content and internet stuff,
Yeah.
but like there's always a lane for somebody to make it. And
Yeah.
let's fingers crossed.
There it is.
2 girls, 1 dad over here. I don't know if
Yeah.
you got that name, but we'll workshop it.
Yummy.
We'll workshop.
That's what we're there for.
Okay. Let's wab.
The
That's
WABs.
why, baby.
Worst and best.
Before we get to them, though.
Yes. The worst and the best, the WABs of the week, are brought to you by MVP Lanes, the most valuable pins. They rack 'em, you smack 'em. Where everyone is an MVP, your classic bowling facility, freshly remodeled inside, is Bruner's Pub, home of Fort Wayne's first bottoms-up system. Collect 10 Bruner's Pub magnets. Next beer is free. Fresh lunch menu, always changing it up. Again, I think I caught a glance at it today. It's the 2 glizzies and the stealth fries.
Oh yeah, baby.
Sneaky good.
They brought them back.
Love them.
The stealth, because we talked about it.
Yeah.
The offspring has spoken. They need the stealth fries.
Yeah, they're fire. Sneak 'em
Stealth
back in
rhymes
the
with
menu.
health. They're cheap. Save your wealth. That's bars. Let's
We got
go.
it.
Bingo. God, rhyme schemes. Okay. So I'll start if you want, because it's actually the worst and the best is all in one day, one 24-hour period.
Ooh.
Almost like Dazed and Confused. Like just
I love that was your go-to 24-hour movie.
because it's a great one.
it
Arguably
the best, though?
one.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
Hot take. So, it was Friday. I put it's the my worst was just the same day, the lows and the highs, and the low of it was those days when like something's just off or doesn't feel right. Like, don't get me wrong, I played a little bit into it because we went out for our buddy's birthday the night before, Thursday night football, hit a crazy bet. Like, it was just fun. Like,
Nice.
PVOs were through the roof. So, did I have a few too many to, affect the next day? Sure. But it's when you get to work and you know that you're already kind of just in a weird mood, and it's the easiest thing in the world to fix. Like, just tell yourself to not be a bitch and just realize you're at work and other people don't know like what you're dealing with, or like, hey, give me, let me get acclimated here. But it was just like everything in my fucking face. It felt like for the second I clocked in.
Yeah.
And long ass day. Skur ends up, he usually goes to work or goes to lunch at about like noonish. Obviously, I close. So my lunches range between like 3 and 5. Fuck it. I was like, yep, get me out of here. I'm going to lunch with you. We had everybody there. So we had way more staff than usual. And I was like, this couldn't be better.
Was it just an iPhone release?
Yeah.
Nice.
Went to B-Dubs. One of those where I'm just like, yeah, we had a couple brouhahas. Like, it's weird how in work, like, contracts or like what is that called?
Rules?
Pretty much.
Yeah, they're like, sure, you can have 1 or 2 casuals.
Regulations?
Yeah, on lunch. Like, it's just a thing. It's been like a
Unwritten rule?
yeah, like a
Okay.
tradition or whatever. But I tell you what, man, we sat there and it took everything in me to go back to work. I was just like, man,
Yeah.
I do not want to be here, but
It's actually not a rule anymore, though.
it's not.
Oh, no, it's a hard no.
Love it.
Well, these Bud Lights were 0 carbs, 0 booze. These were Bud Light Zeros.
Yeah.
Bud Light Zeros,
Yeah,
baby.
they were flowing. But no, so that was the worst of it. The best of it was, again, powering through the day, even
Oh,
though
you're going your
Are you
best
going
already?
best right back at it?
Yeah.
No, we're
Oh.
not going to do that.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
shut
we're
up.
not to do that.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
So
Yeah.
your worst was you were hungover. Classic.
Right. And
I love when you just reduce it down to just basic bullshit. No,
and had to go to work with
no.
people.
The worst was, yeah, like there's just days when people don't understand that like you're just not going to be where they kind of want you to be. But also some of that is me needing to take ownership of like, just man the fuck up.
Yeah.
100%.
Also slightly hungover.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
One more is Bud Light Zero, and I would have been thrown right back into like Thursday night, and I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, that would have been a dangerous game to play.
You probably sold 1 million phones, dude.
No, I would have, yeah,
Not
never-
went back.
Yeah, I would have. Something bad would happen. But anyways, that's my worst.
All right.
Scare. What's your worst?
So, Pipes had a travel soccer game up in South Bend this weekend. Didn't get to go. Yeah. And it
Working,
was.
iPhone release.
No, I had a prior engagement.
Okay.
No, I was playing in a golf outing.
Oh.
And they had a tournament 2 weeks ago, and they played 4 games. They had two draws, and then they lost 2 games. So they hadn't technically gotten a win yet. But they went up there, they won 5-1, got a victory. Pipes had 2 assists. They played really well. And again, like, I don't know if I'm like fully submersed now into like soccer dad,
Yeah.
but like we've ordered like club shirts now. I have a
yeah.
hat coming. And
We're in
Uh,
it now, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Merch is where it's at.
Yeah, and like it's kind of crazy. Like the parents, like we do kind of bond. Like we have these little deals now, and it's just like, yeah, didn't get to be in it. It kind of sucked.
Oh, 'cause
Maybe you're the jinx, dude.
FOMO.
Yeah.
You got to see if you get. You show up, they get 2 draws and 2 losses again. If I'm those parents, I'm like,
Oh, and
hey,
I tell you what,
Caravan,
though, that tournament
wanna
that they
stay
went
home?
to, we saw like the team. It was up in Sandusky, and the team that ended up winning it in their group when we were walking out, they showed like they got actual rings.
Really?
And I mean, when I say Super Bowl ring, that's obviously an exaggeration, but it's not because I'm guessing the diamonds weren't real, but it was a
oh,
big.
those are fat, not rings.
Oh yeah, and it had a soccer ball on it, and the whites were all blingy diamond. Like it was like
Iced
Piper
out.
was pissed.
Oh yeah.
When
she
she
saw the
saw-
she saw the bling and was like, all right, man.
Oh yeah,
Wait, she won though.
No,
No.
they won a game. They didn't win the
Ah.
and it
tournament.
was like, oh, this was on the line. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Here's your weird participation trophies.
They didn't get that.
They get a ribbon?
As they shouldn't.
They got a
so
ribbon?
No.
No,
that's-
nothing.
yeah,
Love it.
I love that.
Keep the kids hungry. That Piper's hungry now.
Absolutely.
Hungry
Love
dog
it.
runs faster.
'Cause
Everybody
we were-
knows that.
When we were walking too, like the mom of that girl was like, hey, just so you know, last year we came in dead last. So you guys just keep working.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like, yes.
I love a good underdog story.
So there,
Love it.
Passion project.
missed out.
Yep.
First one of the season.
All right.
You gotta
Dute.
know, man. If you show up and they get
They have a game Thursday here at home. So if
Superstitious.
I play and they lose,
Little
I may not
stitious.
come to another one.
like, hey,
Yeah.
Pipe, I'm not allowed to come to games. Dad's making you too nervous.
I can live stream it.
yeah.
Tyranny FaceTime me.
Dut, what's your worst?
Oh, it's not terrible because it's a roller coaster. It's ups and downs, baby. It's ups and downs.
Yeah.
It's gambling.
Yeah.
I'm not down bad, but
But that's big enough to make it my worst.
Down
it's
on,
just like,
down uncomfortably.
yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
man. Prop bet. It's just prop bets, and you think it's gonna go one way, and then you're like, "There's absolutely no way it doesn't happen," and then it just doesn't happen, and you watch it unfold every game. You're just like, "How is this even possible?"
Which I don't want to spoil too much of it because obviously football episode that we'll do. But to give it like a broad context, it is so crazy to me how many games from us from a betting perspective,
Yeah,
doing it so much and becoming like a veteran, if you will,
yeah,
you can almost tell how a game's going to play out the moment after it starts.
Yeah.
Like if you see one drive from both teams, more or less, it's just like, yep, I can tell you exactly how the rest of this game goes. Rarely do I get shocked by anything.
I was one rain delay. We were one rain delay
Yeah, like
from turning the whole weekend around,
insane. But yeah,
and then somehow Iowa is just an offensive slaughterhouse for some reason, and Nevada can't score a point. But whatever.
yeah, we'll talk about
I
it.
digress.
Yeah, all right.
Either way.
PVOs,
Yeah.
let's turn them
I mean,
upside down.
hey Molly, when you're watching, my unit size is very small. It's just $5-10 bets, but you know, you'd like to win something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
When there's 100 of them, they add up.
And that's okay because that's why, why do we fall? But no, so my best, again, to go back into the 24-hour time period, it was coming back to work. And even though I genuinely tried to use, like, if we have vacation time, you can use it in like increments to just leave
Yeah.
early if you want, as long as there's enough people and coverage. It's like, hey, just take it, go for it, you're fine. Tried it, got denied by our boss, mom, Jen. Kept trying it after that because they just get an email just as a joke. Got to the point where I had an appointment show up and she was like, hey, Trav, like, I know you're over it. And like, I don't want you to like be here and like just have it be weird. So when you get done helping this guy was literally named Guy.
Nice.
But she was like, you can go. Like, make sure everything's good. I was like, okay. Weirdest universe thing happened to where 3 more groups came in within like 5 or 10 minutes of each other, all wanted to work with me. So it was like the best is that corny feeling of like when in sales in general, I feel like when you give somebody your card or you're like, hey, call me or text me with any questions, if it's not in the first 24, 48 hours, you can probably just write them off. Rarely do they come back. And all these people came back. And I mean, it was like some of them were a couple days ago. This one group was like a couple weeks ago. And I'm just like, it is really cool to think sometimes you have enough of an impact doing what you do to where they want to come and specifically work with you.
yeah.
So it's a great feeling.
I don't get that.
Pat on the back. And then slight best B,
Okay.
2. It's just Trent and Sarah's dog, Millie. Cutest fucking dog I've ever seen in my life. If you
I
wanna,
highly doubt that.
yeah, it is. You want to talk about some science that scientists need to figure out? Like, don't do all these weird experiments or like figure out this, figure out that. Come up with something that stunts the growth of puppies to where they just stay puppy.
They do that.
Miniatures.
miniatures.
No, like I wanted this dog. Like if Millie would just stay that size, oh my god.
They do that.
I feel like it's not healthy though for him, right?
Well, you want them to do it.
Yeah, but we'll find a
There's consequences, bud. I
Well,
bet you want something.
They're not going to live
Find
12 years. They'll probably live 7.
find the fucking like organic way to do it or
Let's not
whatever.
do that.
Okay.
Let's not
Nope.
do that.
Well,
Solution,
either
man.
way, yeah,
We need it.
that's my best.
Well done,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
Way
thank
to,
you.
All right.
Way to turn a bad day into a better one.
I did.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Way to suck it up and just be a man.
Way to just finish your shift.
Yeah, we're finishing out, dude.
Way to just go to work.
Way to just own it.
You know what?
Yeah.
Goes to show you, nothing a couple beers can't fix. You know what I mean?
Turn the day right around. That
Turn
was
it
the
right
turning
around.
point. It was at B-dubs, A, the atmosphere, B, the wings, and then C, the Bud Light
Then
Zeros.
the wings
You're
were
welcome.
not good.
That's what a friend does, man. I saw that you were down the dumps. I said, hey,
We fired it right
let's
back
make
up.
this happen.
Hey, I know this guy just got here 12 minutes ago. We're going to lunch.
Who's taking lunch?
Needed it. Okay, yeah, go for it. What's your best?
All right, my best. You know what? Life isn't always about winning, but sometimes when you win, it's nice.
Duh.
And last week, mostly over the weekend, it was just kind of winning everything. Notre Dame got their first win of the year. Lions got their first win of the year. As previously mentioned, Pipes got her first win of the year. The reason that I couldn't go is because I played in a golf outing for the last 5 years with my uncle and my cousin. He ran track for Northrop back in the 70s, and they have a scholarship that the coach has put on like for the last 15 years, and we've won it like 3 years in a row. And I mean, the coach he's getting up there. He wasn't in good shape. Normally he gives like a speech, and they didn't do that, but we found out this year that this was the last year for it. They're not going to do it anymore. And every year it's gotten kind of less and less teams. I mean, I think at one year there was like 30. I think this year there was maybe 12.
Right.
But we ended up winning it again.
Hell yeah.
So we went out on-
Pete, baby.
Yeah.
Jesus, talk about a parlay.
Right. Like went out on a high note, and like I was kind of in the math. I'm like, oh, that happened. That happened. I was like, you know what?
I'm fucking good at golf.
The Brenners just swept the weekend, baby.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it happens.
Christ.
So there it is.
Well,
I love that for you, man.
yeah, except Notre Dame royally fucked me, but again, we'll get to that at another time. So,
It's a win, man.
respectfully.
Yeah.
Let it go. Just quit raining on someone's best.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, what's your best?
Will
Will be better.
Yeah. I mean, again, football's back, but then now it's just going to buddies' houses is back.
Yeah.
Going to buddies' houses. Sundays, little potluck. Everybody bring a little something to nosh on.
Mm.
Put the games on. Halftime bets just start going.
Yeah.
Who can hit a golf ball into some tubes?
Yeah.
It's just classic.
playing
Love it.
hockey.
Love
yeah, it's
that.
just-
Yeah, hockey's going.
nothing can go wrong.
Swept Travis in the Queen game.
Ooh.
Which again, you come up with these games, and I learn them on the fly in the moment, and then all of a sudden, again, I'm this fucking outcast, like I'm the worst human ever to play a card game.
Be better,
I just learned it.
It's drawing a card out of a pile.
Yeah.
You don't need to learn it. There's
He
no
just learned
skill
it.
in it.
He just explained it to everybody.
Yeah, there's
Everything-
no skill in it. You just dump all the cards on the table face down, draw the card. If it's a queen, you got it. If it's
Everything has a
not,
strategy. Everything has a
Getting
strategy.
swept sucked. That's
Yeah.
a strategy.
All right.
Those are wabs,
Speaking
man.
of, somebody owes me money. Whatever.
Wabbit. Worst and the best. Tell us about yours. Or yeah, segment change.
That was seamless.
Sorry, I mean,
It's dead.
it's been a while, so I
been a while.
You're just too excited.
yeah, because
It's top 3 time.
draft season,
Draft
Draft
season.
season.
board games,
Edition.
top 3 draft season board games brought to you by First Shield Defense. Self-defense is a fundamental human right. A lot of people don't understand that. First Shield Defense does. They provide a way for everyone to learn something new in their weekly classes, and they pay or place a high value on your time. They offer 2 types of classes, Apex Concealed Carry and Krav Maga. In their Apex program, you will pull the trigger at least 5 hundo times in 1 hour, and at the same time learn how to fight with your gun. The Krav Maga classes will teach you how to protect yourself without a gun. Send First Shield Defense a message on Facebook or Instagram to get started. FirstShieldDefense.com. Shout them out. Okay. It's board games.
As we alluded to earlier,
Setting the tone.
setting the tone.
Parameters.
Restrictions.
Go ahead.
Well, it sounds like you guys made some before I got here. I think we've determined that the essence of a board game has to include a board,
A board,
Fucking nuts.
multiple pieces.
multiple pieces.
You crazy son of a bitch, I'm in.
Uh,
That's kind of all it is.
more importantly, what we're excluding,
Yeah.
we're excluding things like Battleship, Taboo, Guess Who, Catchphrase, I don't know what kind of category those are in,
They're just taboo.
They're just games.
yeah, they're too
They're
taboo.
games.
but we just came to the that they're not board
Yeah.
games.
They're
Correct.
not bored. There's no board.
Old fashioned. And I
so
don't mean the drink.
and so what we're doing for draft season, again, like well, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what
Now
I'm
that we
saying.
think about it.
It's been a minute.
We left it up to you guys. Dut did win. He has his first tally mark.
Yes.
So what that means, he is going down to the 3 spot. Travis, he got the fewest votes.
Biggest loser.
He came in third. So what we're doing, anybody that comes in third, they automatically get the first pick in the following week.
And I'm ready.
Tries to make it fair. I'm locked into that 2 spot.
It's a classic 2 spot, man.
Just a classic 2 spot.
Sucks so much ass.
So
I don't
again,
think it's that bad.
we're going classic draft rules.
Yep.
First pick over here to my right. Trav, he's going to
Snake
go.
draft.
Snake.
2. Dut's going to get the 2 spots in a row. I was going to
Yes.
say the
Yeah.
2 spot, but it's
I'm gonna
actually
get the
3
3,
and 4.
4.
The
And we're just
turn.
working our way back.
I think we're
Yeah.
working our way back, baby.
It's draft stuff.
And then, as always, we're leaving it up to you. You guys are voting again every week. We want to know who
Yes.
has the best lineup for board games.
Top to bottom.
You're coming over to the house. That's the 3 you want to
Yeah.
play.
Here's the thing. If I get from third and still get first, then I'm fucking goated out the back.
I
You have to know it.
I will start to give you
What
all-time
happens if
great
he-
status.
What happens if he drafts first and is last?
Then it's solidified he is the opposite of goat. He's goated out the front.
A special kind of bad. Just a uniqueness that cannot be touched.
You are a special
Shook
kind
hand.
of bad.
Here we go. So, for me, the 1 spot, the very first pick, first overall. This one was a hands down landslide. This is the 1-1 pick. It's unanimous. I love doing board games this week. It's Monopoly.
What an idiot.
First pick. So, the thing I love most about Monopoly,
It's fun.
it is fun. But for the longest time, I loved how many people would put like their own spin on the rules. And when I say rules, I just mean the houses and hotels aspect. Because for the longest time, I thought like you kind of just did what you wanted. And I say that because we'd play with a bunch of friends and he'd have like 20 houses on a property. And it's like there's literally just clear as cut rules on these cards that say like when you get to X amount of houses, it then turns into a hotel.
Yeah.
And then you just rinse and repeat that. Or even, are you allowed to go past one hotel on a property?
I
No.
don't think so, no.
Yeah, and so that's why I
Who
thought
are you playing with?
these fucking weirdos that like again, you teach me,
Yeah.
and it's the wrong rules where I land on something and I owe this guy like 50 grand because he's like, oh, I got 36 houses in a hotel, and I'm like,
That's got to get you, dude.
yeah, but I say that to lead into when you do play right. I'm a sucker for like the long con, like a game that you have to really sit
Oh,
down
yeah.
and like put some time into.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I'm in the mood for it, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was talking to people about this, doing some prep work,
Yeah.
getting the feelers out there,
Gauging.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
the overall consensus is that it took too long, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't
Give me
I don't
more.
like it. Right?
No.
If the game doesn't end with somebody flipping it, just this is fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
Like 20 houses on a property, that's fucking horse shit. Dude.
Well, yeah.
But that's basically the essence of the game of capitalism.
Yes.
And just trying to screw everybody else.
Yeah, but then here's the thing too. I loved when you landed on chess and when you got the free whatever, like the drawing the cards, excitement. Going around the block, excitement.
Pass
Trying to,
go, dude.
yeah, trying to hit boardwalk every time. Pandemonium would strike when you roll that dice. Like, oh fuck, dude, love
Get out
it.
of jail free card. Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
Rolling doubles to get out of jail.
just visiting.
Yeah.
I'm on the outskirts, baby. I ain't in the jail.
Riding railroads.
Yeah. Ooh, get
Did you-
4
are
of
you
them.
Are you the railroad guy?
No, I am. I've learned. So again, strategy. Once I figured out how to actually play, it is just buy as much property as humanly possible.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That's not a strategy.
But I'm just saying, there's always the people like, again, when I would very first play, they'd be like, nah, dude, you want to wait till you get these high value properties. I'm like, no, I want to get fucking Baltic over here that gets landed on 40
Yeah.
times in a game, not
100%, dude.
not fucking Indiana or whatever, the
I mean,
red
if you
ones.
get Park Place, that's pretty good. If
It-
you get the 2 right there, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
But it's just, and then that's when I love when everybody involved has the same strategy and like, we're in this for the long haul. You land on something, you get fucking hit hard, but then you're just banking on them hitting your property, and it's just a fucking. I
No.
love it.
I had Monopoly as my one.
It was my one also. I just
I see.
That's
I
that
knew
fucking
it.
shit.
You guys fucking
Well, I mean, it's gamesmanship, but
Yeah.
I don't even think you've hit on the biggest reason why.
the thimble,
No.
the Monopoly guy.
There has been more duplications of this game
Oh,
than
yeah.
any other game. There's Spaceopoly. There's every collegeopoly.
Star Wars, like their own
Everything.
rendition.
There's
okay, I see
own
what you're- yeah.
renditions of it where
There was a Fort Wayne one.
People collect. Yeah, there is a Fort Wayne
We should
one.
have. We should have bought it.
you know Monopoly guy's based off of J.P. Morgan.
Chase.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for him, man.
Chase
Right.
Bank. Shout him out.
Shout them out.
Love to bank with him.
You know how much money's actually in the bank?
For Monopoly.
No.
What? Chase?
Yes, Monopoly.
Oh, I was like, fuck, dude. I'm gonna say it's like 15 grand.
Oh, that's actually pretty close. Just over 20K.
Is it? Yeah, I was gonna say because I know the 500s. They don't
Yeah.
obviously the hundreds are the most you get, and like they're the cool like little cream tan color. Love it.
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah, Monopoly.
It's a good pick, dude.
Monopoly. It's a solid pick. I'm not.
Bang. So we're off hot.
You're off hot.
Let's ride.
Now you can only go down with your second
Yeah.
pick.
I know, and that's where I know I'm gonna get fucked because we can't use the ones that I was gonna use.
Well, actually, no. Historically, if you go back to your drafts, you always blow it on the first one.
Yeah.
Your first pick is always the worst
Hanson. I'm gonna
because
say
you,
it out
try
loud.
to get too cute.
I started listening to him again, dude, and I forget they fucking rule.
Sometimes,
I love them.
like we said, circle gets the square, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes the pick that's staring in your face is the one you need to make.
I love that you listed off NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, One Direction, and then you just went Hanson.
Yeah,
That was my top three. First pick, Hanson.
fire, dude. Anyways, come on.
All right.
let's get this draft going.
Yes.
Yeah.
So mine,
Yes.
which, not gonna lie, I haven't played it as much as an adult,
Yeah.
but as a kid, I mean, it was between this and Monopoly. And looking back, I was like, I don't understand why people don't play this game more.
Yeah.
It is the game of life.
Ooh.
Life. It was not on my list. I will add it because I know it's a really good one.
Yeah.
It is, dude. It's a good
Like when you're talking about like the board itself,
I was just gonna
it
look
has
it up.
almost like the Wheel of Fortune that you spin,
Yep.
and it has all the numbers on it. There's different designs, and it almost looks like layouts, if you will.
Oh,
It just has a lot going on to the eye.
intrinsic.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Pulls you in.
Not to mention, you can
You
marry
can become
someone.
a doctor, dude.
You can sue someone. You go to college,
Or
you
not.
have kids,
Dude.
you get insurance, like
Or not.
or
Choose
yeah,
your
or
life,
you don't have
dude.
to do any of that
Choose your
stuff.
life, man. It's basically a choose your adventure game.
Speaking of life,
100%.
crazy deja vu right now. Have we done board games before?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
We're 61 in, but man, that was the most deja vu. Man, whew. Okay. But yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
agree. The life, it's the
You had
board.
the cars,
You
you,
get the
moved
car, you get up to
them.
the minivan, and then get to put the little people pieces in.
Oh
start
yeah,
having
there
kids.
was cars. It almost seemed like interactive. I mean, not
Yeah.
that all these games aren't, but like
Right.
there was
Just-
there was more going on.
just so enticing. Just you open up the box and you set it up and you're like, I'm kind of hard.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good game.
I did
Why?
look up this fact about it, which I thought was kind of spot on for the pod.
Yes.
Dice are not a part of the game because Milton associated dice with gambling and didn't want them in.
Really?
yeah.
Fucking Milton, rookie.
He gets it though.
Yeah. Dice rules. He's like, I don't want to get it too degenerate.
Doesn't Milton Bradley make Monopoly?
I don't. You would think Milton. I feel like makes all these fucking toys.
You know what I
And-
mean?
all these
Milton
games.
Bradley, dude.
And
Yeah.
in the very first edition, suicide was one of the squares in the game.
yeah. What?
yeah,
So you'd land on it, you would just die?
I'd love it, dude.
I
I'd love
guess.
Self-inflicted wound?
Oops.
Just good night. Okay.
it. Yeah.
So
Thanks, Milton.
It's going bad. Sometimes it goes bad in life. I mean, we don't condone it, but hey, it's a part of life. All right, it's a part of life.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta take the goods and the bads.
the game
man.
is life. Yeah,
game
that
is life,
That is the
man.
game. Okay.
2010, it finally got voted into the National Toy Hall of Fame.
Really.
Yep.
I want to see that Hall of Fame.
That's a solid game.
Yeah.
Dude.
Is that in
I
Canton?
love that game. I should
It's
play it
great.
all the time. I should play it.
Yes.
'Cause
Yeah.
honestly, it's the wheel.
Yeah.
It is.
You always try to trick the wheel, dude. You
Oh,
always
yeah.
try to trick
It made
the
the
wheel.
sound.
You
Yeah.
click it back, you click it forward, you click it back.
And then it
Yeah.
just spun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Life, baby.
life.
All right, Dut, you got two. You got the third and the fourth. This is gonna get tough.
It is gonna get tough. Yeah,
Hanging tough. New Kids on the Block.
I think
and KOTB.
I think my first pick.
Yes.
I'm gonna go nostalgic since I have the turn. I'm going nostalgic, and it's the game that everybody mentions, everybody brings up when you're a kid. It's Candyland.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right.
You can't outdo Candyland.
Okay.
I feel like it's a staple.
I think it's one of those though where Candyland to me, it is now a very dated, like looking game, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if they've updated it or anything lately, but when I googled like information on it, because obviously that was on my list,
Yeah.
it is just a very like old looking fucker.
There's updates, but like I think it came out, and there was like a 1984 version was like the first update, and then like a
Yeah.
90s update.
Okay.
Where they just like brighten the
Colors. Yep, I was
Yeah.
gonna say. 'Cause
It's like when you watch like old Wizard of Oz and you just brighten the colors up a little bit. I think that's just basically
Fire.
what it was.
yeah. Okay.
I was talking to again some people about this. This mom said that they would play with their kids
Mm-hmm.
and they would stack the cards to where the kids were guaranteed to lose.
Nice.
And it would be like where they would just shoot and do all this other stuff and get like the worst or you get like
Yeah.
the whatever the one candy was that takes
Yeah.
you to the top, and it's like that's terrible. I mean, I get it. You're trying to teach them a lesson that you don't always win, but man, just to stack the deck in your favor,
Yeah.
just a-
Every time stacking the deck, that's
come
Great.
on.
Also, they're probably just doing it so the game can get over.
That's true.
That's the one thing about games, man. If
Okay,
they just keep going, and you're just like,
Well, I'm glad you said that because
With kids.
yeah, because I was like, now I get why they maybe would want to rush this game because they don't want it to last the second longer than it has to. But yeah, to just rig a game like that, here's the hot take: it's not fun knowing the outcome. Like you think it is for like the first 5 minutes, and then you're like,
I'm sure that parent didn't want to play that game at all.
it's just shit parenting.
for the ninth time in 2 days.
Yeah.
God. Okay. Well.
It's like, all right, man, I'm gonna go. You go play hide and seek. I'm gonna go in the room real quick and just.
Yeah. God.
My
Okay.
chops are getting really good. You got to see it out here.
Lays him out, starts doing these magic tricks almost. He's shuffled the cards so many times.
Okay. Dute, what's your fourth pick, second overall for you?
And then for the turn,
Yep.
I would say that this is more of a new game, adult game. It takes a thinker. There's a lot going on. It's a strategy game. It's Catan, Settlers of Catan.
I honestly didn't even know what that was.
Never heard of it.
I had to look it up, and then I'm like, okay, this is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it's getting very, very popular around, and it's just
Give me
it's one of those like super like long. It's Monopoly but long. So like it's like
break it down.
a little bit of risk. Like you're trying to build an empire, and you're making deals, selling bread, building up wood, doing all these things so that you can grow your empire and take over everything.
This literally sounds like computer games I would play when I was in like middle school and high school,
Yeah,
like Age of Empires.
probably.
Yeah, like you start out with like a town, and then you grow the town into like a
Mhm.
fucking fortress,
Yeah,
and then you can just go beat some ass.
that's it.
How do you beat ass? How do you win?
You just collect like all the territories, and you get the most money and shit.
How big's the board?
Just a regular board that's out there.
It's just the whole world, you know. It's just a
mean-
universe.
It's like if you're playing Risk, you know what I mean? It's just that's what it is, and the countries and the pieces.
Okay. I feel like Risk was one of those I never got into. I was too young when somebody had shown it to me, but in hindsight, that would be a great game to play now as an adult.
Yeah.
I'm just a nerd for that shit. I love like strategy and all. Oh, gets me fucking rock hard.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say you're 1 for 2
Thanks.
with your picks. Yep.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So for your pick, because you're next.
It is mine.
Yeah, I about blew away my.
I know.
Oh, talk about strategy getting fucking blown.
Yeah.
Go.
So I
Go ahead, brother.
am going to go the nostalgic route for my second overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, it's probably a game that if I played it as an adult might suck,
Okay.
but as a kid, I tell you what, Mousetrap,
There it is.
It's on there. I had it.
there was nothing better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mousetrap.
I actually had to go back and look up the rules.
Oh, dude, it was like didn't make any sense.
No, because it's like you started building it as like together,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you just didn't want to be like the last one that
The person that got trapped.
correct.
Yeah.
But
But then where was the mouse? Like, how did that play a part, right? Like, nobody was the mouse.
I would just try to just build it and then see if the
yeah,
contraption
the
worked,
best
which
part
it
was
never
building.
worked.
No,
Yeah.
and that was the best part. Is like
Yeah.
you're almost like, I don't care who wins or loses, just to see if the whole thing is going to work its way out
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
end of it.
Because, again, there's something that's just oddly satisfying about giant contraptions that have no business working. Like, it's when they do the fucking connects thing in the Sandlot. Like, it's just awesome. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys built here, but it's going to scoop
I
up
love it.
a baseball and fucking chuck it over the fence. You got this whole contraption that's like a bridge. And then it doesn't make sense, but it works. And I love it.
Yeah.
Now,
Not
trap this mouse.
not to take another bad beat for our guys over there at Milton.
Yeah.
But they rejected it on the sole purpose that they thought it was junk.
I love it.
This is a great idea. However, it's junk, so we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna pass.
Ugh.
Kids aren't gonna like this.
Yeah. I mean, it was,
Wants to trap a mouse.
Yeah.
but again, it's just one of those like you have more fun assembling it, I would argue, than playing the actual game.
That was the game.
Yeah.
Assembling was the game.
Yeah, because I honestly, like I said, the rules are so vague to me. It was like, yeah, okay, great.
I
pick.
honestly don't remember how to play it.
Exactly.
You just
And that's what made it great.
Yeah. You just set it up and you watch to see.
But
if it would
everybody just had it.
Yep.
Everybody had
Everybody.
it.
Okay, so that means I'm up.
2 and 3.
So I. Oh, these are
Is
not.
you're done
Yeah,
after
you're
this,
6,
bud. Your
7, bud.
lineup will be done after this, my friend.
A lot of
So
pressure, don't blow. it.
no, I won't watch this. So, with my second pick,
Yes.
it will be nostalgic, and it's nostalgic because as I've grown older and aged up, I've realized that I'm very enticed by anything that is challenging or makes you think to some degree versus mindless. Like, it's like when we played, it's funny when your sister came to get a new phone, she was just drawing up tic-tac-toe boards just to like pass time and just kind of dork around.
By herself?
No, to play each
Oh,
other.
I was like, man, I've been bored, but one-on-one tic-tac-toe?
But it's like, again, it's one of those, unless you're just blind, shout out to all the blind people, respect, but like, you're never going to lose. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're just
yeah,
truly brain dead.
An adult should never
Yeah.
beat another adult in tic-tac-toe.
Yeah. So it's like, you start to really, gravitate towards these games where it's like, yeah, I want to have fun. I want to be challenged. So that being said, strategy, spelling, scoring,
Gross.
becoming the best, Scrabble.
No way.
Yeah, it is Scrabble.
You lost.
Nope. Because I get another pick.
And I'll bring it right back.
Yeah. So
You know, when your third pick's better than your second pick, that old trick.
It was one of those that I just feel like you never played it with friends.
Oh, right.
Like you were playing it with like your aunt
Yeah.
Yep.
or
It was a
It
family
was
game.
an adult. You were playing with an adult because an adult thinks they're always smarter than a kid. And they're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
that's not a word. Get the fuck out of here.
And you want to
Triple
know
word score, suck it.
the thing that I appreciate about it now going into it when you play again with the right people and the rules, when you do slang Scrabble, like slang Scrabble is very fun because you can just use,
sure.
well, because I mean,
Let
again,
me change the entire premise of the game, dude.
but it's like way more fun when there's not just somebody being a fucking prick with a Webster's dictionary like, nope, that's not the word. Correct spelling is this. Please remove it.
That's the point of the
literally
game.
the point of the game.
It's tough.
You want to put it on kids mode and play the game?
I want to put on slang mode.
That's a kids mode to play the game. dude.
No, I think slang
And
Scrabble.
like that, I think that,
spell it widow, so it's a widow.
and I think that was actually a part of like the rules is
Yeah.
back in the day, like you could challenge somebody
Yeah.
and it was like, is that a word?
Yeah.
And you got penalized. You only got so many challenges or something like
Yeah.
that. But it's like,
Well, because I want to say the other big unwritten rule that people were really going against or like fighting was you can challenge if it's a word or not, but you need to know what the word is. Like you can't use this word just because when I go to Webster and pull up all the S words, like there's how many you've never seen or heard of before, but they're just a silent S and like whatever. Like that should be a thing.
Nah.
But slang, you guys hate that.
Yeah, because that's not a word. If I put out a word and it's a real word, you can't challenge me on what the word is.
You didn't even know what you're doing. You're just putting letters on a board. Anyways,
Nailed
okay,
it.
so
Nailed it.
my last pick. This is where it's got tough because I had Battleship. Like that was a huge one for me. I feel like that had to been easily the second if it was on the board, right? Like the number 2 pick, potentially.
Maybe.
regular electronic.
Regular.
Stupid.
Fucking
No,
shoot me, put
You
me
had
down.
to hear the
Yeah. Looks like I hit the suicide thing on life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, done. Okay.
half the game.
No, so this one,
This one.
This one.
and maybe it's too late, but I'm gonna say sorry.
I get what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
What a classic asshole game.
Sorry.
Those cards
I love
are
it.
good. The whole weird thing that we have where we found a sorry card at work, and like for the longest time, when something bad would happen or like we would do something sarcastic or stupid, you would just pull the sorry card out and just hold it up in front of you without saying anything, and it was fantastic.
Nice.
It's just a great joke.
It is. I still have it. It's in my wallet.
Yeah,
It's laminated.
it is.
Scar said,
Awesome.
I got the card.
Yeah,
I have it.
Sorry.
because then I'm looking at the board. I almost forgot what it was because you need to get 5 pieces home. Is that the one or is that Trouble?
Trouble has the
The popper
orb in the middle, and it has like, and then it
You
moves
pu-
around.
But which one? Like you have to get stuff
Sorry, you got to
Sorry.
get all your pieces in your
home, right?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
And
love
that's where like you could just move and be like, oh,
Bink.
sorry.
you're going back. Yeah, because again, it's simple, but you got the pieces. It's fun. It's entertaining. Like you kind of talk some shit. I like it.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I mean, it's your best lineup
So
you've ever put together.
You're welcome.
This is a good one.
I'm not sorry.
You shouldn't be.
Yeah, you should be.
See, now again,
Yeah.
this one,
It's tough that we removed some.
well, yeah, but I'm saying like the difference now, this is really for me, like you're drafting. It's not like
Yeah.
your top 3
Yeah.
because this would be something completely different.
I'd say Life in Mousetrap. Like you're poised to make a run.
Oh, I know.
It's very nostalgic though.
Very nostalgic.
Very. So again, this
Some
is
people don't like Mousetrap, dude. I've
idiots.
asked them, and I'm like, all right, well, you never have fun.
So I'm going to go.
So you're an
I don't want to
asshole.
say squarey here, but I mean, I figure if I get this pick
I know it starts with a C.
At 7, it's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
It's Clue.
Starts with a C.
I didn't even think of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a movie about it.
Yes.
It for those of you that don't know or aren't familiar with Clue, it's the classic game where you're trying to solve a mystery,
Mystery.
murder mystery.
Yeah.
It's a
Somebody
thriller.
got off in a certain room
Yeah.
by a certain weapon by a certain somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
I love the idea of the game. I don't think I ever truly learned how to play it though.
It's Colonel Mustard in the library with the pipe, dude.
I just explained it to you.
But Colonel Mustard. Well, no, because I'm trying to think of any time I've ever played it, and like it was never with people that wanted to give a shit through the whole way. So like
Oh yeah.
it was like this is ruin because we got to party out all the way. And yeah, the idea of it is just basically you're playing out what are arguably like my favorite movies. Like I have to know. I need to
Yeah.
get to the end to find out who done it.
Yeah.
And you talk about a game that, I mean, I don't know, it possibly could have, but it's not nearly obviously on the scale as like the Monopoly you talked about. You could have so many variations of this game.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm unaware.
Oh, I mean, like any of these franchises that you could do. I mean, I couldn't imagine that there was some sort of murder on the Death Star that you couldn't come up with from
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Oh, you're just
Or-
saying you put different characters in Clue, not like
Well, I'm saying there's like
Yes.
there's like 5 people, 5 weapons, 5 rooms. So you go 5 times 5 times 5. There's like 125 combinations for it.
Luke on the Death Star with a red lightsaber.
Yeah.
Boom.
I guess I just don't think it's the same as the.
That's all Monopoly is. It's the same game with just different names of things.
And it's
Yeah.
easier to do with Monopoly. It feels like.
So Monopoly's easier. You don't like a thinker?
No, I do.
No, I don't think you do. 'Cause
I
you
wanna
like
think-
Scrabble with cheater words in it.
Slang. Okay, but no. Clue to me. How do you? Was it one of those where somebody basically in the beginning always knew, and you just had to, like, understand that you just can't give yourself up, or is
No.
it the thing where you put like a card gets tucked away and nobody sees
The
it?
card gets tucked away and nobody sees it.
Correct.
I love it, dude. We should
Yes.
get Clue.
Yeah.
I would love.
It's
That'd be
a pretty good game. but-
Yeah, how many players can be in it?
Fuck, I don't know.
I think there's 5,
Like 6 to 8.
maybe,
Maybe.
like
maybe
a-
6.
Like a cult following, and you just
Like
have
a
everybody
it's a
gang up
classic-
on one person.
Classic 4 to 8 player game, probably.
What happens when you're the person that makes the guess and you get it wrong? What's
I think you're out.
what are you?
Yeah.
I love that. Got to be a penalty. It's got to be steep.
Yeah. I
Gonna-
think you're just out of guessing and like you can't win the game.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a musical and a movie, man. Come on.
Yeah, the movie's pretty old, right? 80s, maybe
Yeah.
70s.
85.
I think 85, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right,
Clue.
it's a solid lineup. Yeah, it is you went the nostalgic route.
Trying to win.
I tried
Yeah.
to sprinkle it everywhere.
I wanted to go Stratego there for those of you at home. It's a great game.
Stratego. That sounds good.
It's basically capture the flag.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
man. How is that one not allowed? Because there's no board.
No, it absolutely is, but I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it was my top 3,
Gotcha.
Stratego would have been on there.
Okay. Take us home.
Man, this is hard.
That's what
There's
she
so many
said.
left out there. There's
There
so
is.
many left out there.
There is.
And like I know which one I want to pick.
See? Exactly.
What do you want to pick?
I want to know what game started with a C that you thought I was going to take.
Well,
Oh, I know which
it's
one.
something and it ain't something.
Yeah.
All been there,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah. It's Kobe Bryant's famous line, dude. He's playing one game, you're playing another. Both of those games are still out there too. That's what I'm saying.
Well, let's play this game and have you pick
Yeah.
your third and final pick.
Yeah. It's not chess or checkers.
Those are the C ones.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is if you play the game the original way, It's Trivia Pursuit.
Trivia Pursuit.
That was a good
Yeah.
game.
Let me look it
Yeah.
up. Hold
Great
on.
family game.
But now it's
It's
like,
mostly just cards.
yeah,
There's a board.
Hold on.
there's a
some
board with
pieces.
pieces that you got to win and collect. Like you got to collect like the entertainment, the history, the whatever. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
dude,
about?
I love this one.
Yeah, this game is tight, but I just feel like people are going to downplay it because now you go to like trivia night, and
Yeah.
it's basically the essence of the game without the board.
100%.
Yeah,
Trivia.
Cranium, kind of the
Yeah.
newer version. You have to get like a hands-on category,
Yeah.
to make something out of clay and get it.
But again,
but I love a good question, a thinker game.
exactly. And you got to
Everybody
round
loves
up like all the Infinity Stones, essentially. You got to answer all
Yeah.
the questions and get it right. That's a pick. So, yeah, I was going to say Chess and Checkers is the one. But here's if I would made my own list, my number one hands down was Shoots and Ladders.
You can't say you're number one. Why did you take it?
Yeah, should have took it, dude.
No, I'm saying like if we would have not been doing a draft,
Oh,
like you were saying with Stratego.
yeah.
Like
it's pretty
Yeah.
good too. I mean, I don't think anybody would have
It's
killed you
just-
for Shoots and Ladders.
yeah, like I think it's
I feel like a lot of people are going to comment Shoots and Ladders just because, like, I feel like that's like the easiest game to play as a kid.
yeah, and you just
Like, you
always
can play
wanted to
it with
bang on that.
anybody.
Plus, I
tall
think it
ladder.
has one of the most memorable moves in all of board
Yeah.
games, where you shoot up.
Yeah,
The whole board was that one ladder.
You shoot down.
Yeah,
you
and
climb
then-
up the
or
ladder.
climb up
you
the ladder. I
shoot
meant
down.
like
Yep,
yeah,
and
you
then
climb
the
up the
slide
massive
that-
ladder.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. It's just and it's simple, it's easy, but yeah, for whatever reason, the board was just very, again, like just pleasing to the eye. Like,
Yeah.
pulled you in. You wanted to play it.
Yeah,
Loved it.
Shocker when Piper lands on a shoot, she's not happy.
classic. That's a competitive
I,
event.
like irate.
I
I
know the
love
other
that.
one we talked about, which Dutt, when he mentioned like you need to have a board and then pieces. Hungry Hippos is that weird, like technically it's a board, but it's a pit.
I would
and you-
say that's more of a game and not a board game.
And it's really weird, right? How
Yeah.
it's like the idea of it's just here's a bunch of balls and you have to make your hippo just eat the most of them.
Yeah.
Like-
and I was like, the one I like was like back and forth on was like Operation. If somebody said Operation,
Oh yeah,
I'd be like, that's technically like a board because
Yeah.
it's like the plate thing that's in there. It's like on the
I would
board,
allow
right?
it. There's
Yeah.
pieces.
Or
Can-
like Pictionary, like you're on a whiteboard or
Oh yeah,
draw a notepad board, you know. and I'm
Connect
like, all right.
4.
that was on my list.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah, that's not a board game. That's my favorite game.
Connect 4.
it's iconic. Just 4 in a row, just bang them out. God
Yeah,
damn
I'm
it.
undefeated in it.
No, you're not.
What about the game that was at basically every oh my gosh, I can't think. Cracker Barrel, the little triangle that had the pegs in it,
Ooh,
and you had to jump over one
Yep,
until
the
one had
Genius board.
Yeah,
The Genius board. The
Well,
peg game.
I thought about that, and then there's the ones with the fucking marbles and shit. Like, there's a lot
Chinese
of
checkers.
yeah,
yeah.
fire, dude.
What's that one?
Yeah.
Again, I've never played this. Again, I was talking to some of the parents at one of the soccer practices. Apparently, there's a game called Ticket to Ride,
I hear a lot of.
And-
I
Oh, yeah, you were
Google-
talking
when I
about it.
Google,
and I think
like,
I was
top
the
games.
only person who didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I didn't know what
to
it
the
was
point where
either.
one of the parents is, I think, bringing it to one of the practices, and we're just gonna play.
What's
Nice.
the basis of it?
I have no idea.
You got to earn a ticket.
You got to earn a
get
ticket
the
to go
ride.
somewhere. They have like Ticket to
love it.
Ride Japan, Ticket to
Ooh.
Ride like other parts of the world. So I'm guessing it's kind of a travel-y question.
Is it like an adult game now? Though
I think so.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Adult game nights, dude, coming back.
Just game nights, like it's just fun. Like
Yeah.
people I think heavily underestimate the value of just getting a good group of people together that are all invested in the right way to want to play.
Yeah,
So fun, so fun.
So I'm gonna recap.
Please do.
Travis
Hi.
had the number 1 overall pick. He went Monopoly. Second round Scrabble.
Yep.
Final pick Sorry.
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 Can confirm.
Pretty good.
Love my picks.
Dut. The reigning.
You got to go, you
When-
man. You're second.
Oh, all right. I was not too mine. I did. I was in second place. First pick for me, Life. Then Mousetrap. Ended with Clue. It's pretty good.
Yeah. It is a
Stephon
very
Diggs, 3 touchdowns, pretty good.
crazy nostalgic lineup. Like
I
it's a
liked it.
pretty goated roster.
Dut. Like I said, first week winner.
Yes.
See if he backs it up from the 3-hole.
We'll see.
He went Candyland. Newly raved about Catan.
There's the chink in the armor.
And then
I don't know, dude. I think you're sleeping on Catan. It's like Ticket to Ride, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it's big.
Big. Okay.
And then the ever popular Trivial
Trivial.
Pursuit.
Yeah.
Again, let us know what you think.
I got it.
DM the pod,
I got it.
email the pod,
I won.
hit us up.
I think I
we're
did.
we're tallying these
Monopoly,
votes.
dude.
See, it's all about that first pick,
Big,
dude.
yeah,
That's it.
big stakes are on the line here.
Huge.
So
He got the first pick. He was going to go Backstreet Boys, and I won in sync. So, see.
Anyways, yeah, that's draft season. Top 3 board games. Hot take time.
It is.
there it is.
Do you have one?
I mean, they're always locked and loaded, but if you got one.
Well, I thought I did, but I think again it's more of a good idea. So I'm really trying to get better at bringing.
Well, it can still be a hot take, man.
Okay, I got the hot take then.
All right.
I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think it's because we've always talked about like the driving and just how whether it's a Midwest thing or maybe it's countrywide, just the people that drive like assholes and going on these trips lately, like with airplanes and flying and like the unwritten rules that are in all these like traveling spaces, if that makes sense. Hot take, I think there needs to be like a fine bracket or tier established to where it's like, for example, when you're in the lane that ends and it's clearly noted that it's ending and you need to merge over, but you blow by the line of people that have already done their job, every car you pass should be a $10 fine.
I like it. I love it, actually.
Airplanes, to give you multiple examples, because I know I'm either going to get fucking just shit all over or you guys are going to be like, yeah, it's actually a good idea. It's not a hot take, dumbass. But with the airplanes, when you land, everybody knows that this fucker unboards front to back.
Yeah.
Unboards?
Offboards, snowboards, but records. No, we're just rhyming. But
Not very well either.
no, I know. But again, it's one of those, if you're the guy that fucking shoots up and like opens up the overhead storage bin and you're in row 20 and the plane just landed and the seatbelt light just went off, fine. Like we don't need to do these dumb things to like feel like we're somehow closer to like we talk about. You're cutting all these people to ultimately get into this line and then be at a red light with everybody that you just cut anyways.
Yeah.
$10 fine per car.
So
Flying in the airport. When you're
Like if you're like 12 minutes from your gate across the plane, ask the stewardess to make a comment and be like, hey, can he get off first? Chances are I'll probably be like, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
Number one, poor planning on you.
let me
but
see the
still,
ticket.
Yeah. Fucking take off, run, get there, my guy.
Yeah. Like there's just a lot of things that go on in the airports. And again, when you're driving, just traveling type stuff where just quit being an asshole. Like we have enough things, I feel like, with, the cameras that catch people at fucking stoplights, intersections. I don't know why I just spaced that word. But it's like, just find these people and do the same thing where it's like, yep, this prick just cut 30 people and like forcefully merged over into this lane.
Yeah.
Fine.
So in this scenario,
Yeah.
does it start from where the merge sign is? Like where does the number of cars start?
It'd have to be from the merge sign.
Because I would argue it's the, the line is happening. You see the sign, the caution, bins, barrels, whatever. And it's the guy that hauls ass going.
Oh, I know exactly what you're
I know
talking
who you're
about,
talking
but I'm saying because some of those puppies they give you quite a bit of warning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's because you have a lot of time to get over.
Yeah.
And you're still the guy that blows past everybody.
So
Yeah.
you're saying though, as soon as you see the merge sign,
Yeah.
anything after that,
Fine.
You pass a car in that lane,
Yeah.
$10.
Yep.
$10.
$10. And then with the airplanes, yeah, if you get up early, if you try to like just run to the front of the plane,
I feel like seatbelts should just not unbuckle when the plane lands.
I would love
and
it.
then you're just like, and then it just goes row by row.
yeah.
Well, because they do it every time. Please stay in your seats
Yeah.
until and everybody.
They tell you.
But it's also the same thing where I don't want to like correlate it exactly to, growing up and like when my mom would say you can't do something. I think we talked about it before, and it's like, well, you can. You would just prefer that I not.
Correct.
And so it's when they always say put your devices in airplane mode, and then you watch half the plane still just scrolling on Instagram or Twitter.
Oh, my phone is never on airplane mode.
Exactly, and it's one
Full
of those
disclosure.
where they make it seem like this presence of, if it's not in airplane mode, this plane's gonna go fucking sideways, full tilt, because
Yeah.
it's like our equipment can't figure out what to do because 60 iPhones are all logged in at once, and it's like,
Actually,
no.
that's not true. I never turn it off when they tell me, just because I want to see how high I get for the service still to work.
Oh yeah,
And then once it just turns off, I'm like, okay, I'll put it on because it doesn't matter at this
Yeah.
point. But it's like,
Which-
how high can I actually get up and still have service?
so weird slight left turn because you brought that up with like service and like just getting to a weird altitude and it cuts out. apparently Apple is doing the new thing now where if your phone goes in SOS mode, there's an app
Satellite.
where it'll help find a satellite. The service takes longer to work, but it will still work.
I don't know if it'll still work as opposed to like putting out like a signal for like where you are.
Yeah.
Or like you need help
Like
type
an
deal.
update
It's not like you're
GPS.
going to check Instagram with the SOS.
No,
Yeah.
but it said like for phone calls and text messages, like they still want you to have the ability to do that, even though you technically don't have service.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we already know where like the government knows. Like at this point, just do the thing where the satellites beam fucking internet
Dude,
to
we're a
everybody.
couple years away from the Sam Jackson SIM card from Kingsman.
What's that?
The one where he basically just puts all the unimportant people, gives them free service, unlimited service. Because then when he rings the bell, they all just kill each other
Yeah.
because they have that SIM card embedded in them.
Oh, so it's like a almost like a hypnotist.
I mean, in the worst possible way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bad hypnotist,
Yeah.
a naughty one.
You're going to go
I mean,
ham
not
and
bad.
kill
He's
each
actually
other.
the best hypnotist in the world.
Yeah.
But he's just evil.
No, that's not a hot take. I love it.
Do you?
I love it.
Well, because I was trying to think of other things too that you could categorize and put them in there.
Or instead of a fine, something shoots out and projects their car like 30 feet in the air.
Ejectocito, cuz. But no, I do think it would be something cool where it's like, if, the way the world's going, I'm sure of everybody having to get electric cars by a certain year. Like we're obviously way removed from that. Like it won't be in our lifetime, but I could see it being a thing. And if this happens, like you basically just get a fucking message that pops up on your screen. It's like, you're a dick. $10 has been charged to your account.
100%.
Or it
Love
just makes you pull into like some place and basically just puts you in timeout for 10 minutes. You just Tesla
Car just shuts
oh,
down.
Oh yeah, because I mean that's what it's getting to is
Middle
like
of the highway.
there's not going to be these car chases anymore because they're going to be like,
It
oh
just
yeah,
automatically pulls you over.
exactly.
There's like a jail on the side of the road.
Yeah.
It's like, yep,
yeah, like I think
you're in a
it'd be-
2-minute penalty box, dude.
but
You
I,
have
was-
to explain to him why you're there. Do you know why you got put here, sir?
I don't. My Tesla drove me here. I'm actually still waiting to find out.
Long
I don't
story
know,
short,
I
I'm a
was asleep.
dick.
I'm actually a huge
But
asshole.
then at the same time, I'm just waiting for iRobot, dude. Just automatically drive my car.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
No way.
there's no way that can happen. I think we talked about it before.
Because
It's
if everybody's
all or
just
nothing.
automatically getting in there, then everything's just streamlined.
I would agree with that. Like I would like the convenience of it.
Till one goes off the rail and nobody knows what to do.
Yeah, and that's where it's just, and you'll have people that
It's not the plane, it's the pilot.
they'll just rage. Like people will get so upset that they're going 40 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone, going wherever they're going, because they need to feel like they're in control or have
Yeah.
some sort
Yes.
of big dick energy. Like I need to do this.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because then you just got to plan appropriately. Don't
You'd think,
go to Starbucks. Don't wake up. Don't hit snooze 20 times.
yeah.
Wake up when you set your alarm the first time. Get in your
Exactly.
car. Let it drive you to work. Ryan Tannehill so bad.
But, okay.
Ooh.
So the last thing for the hot take, God, they're getting reamed. On that list, I didn't know if you guys had any other really good inserts for said fines, because I feel like that getting over at the last minute one is a really good one. For,
Oh, that's my biggest bugaboo.
yeah, for driving.
I will speed. I'll crash my car
yeah,
before I let you over.
This is a chicken.
Yeah,
This
this
is
you're
a
gonna
threat.
lose every time. But
Yeah.
as an 03 fully loaded luxury sedan, I'll give a shit.
it can take the hits.
Yeah,
And then the airplane ones, again, same concept of like getting up before the plane. I mean, anybody's even ready. I feel like is a very
oh, dude, I
universally.
talk about it out loud. Like I was walking through the thing, and I was like, and you had those fucking dipshits behind us that just jump up, like, oh, we're here, and I'm trying to get out of here, and I'm like, it's etiquette. It's like church when you're leaving a wedding reception. You
Yeah.
just do it.
you empty
You
the
know what
pews
I
out
mean?
accordingly. But yeah, so
and
they're-
then my buddy taps me. He's like, they're right behind us, and I was like, they need to learn. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's common knowledge.
I love whenever you get the opportunity to be, a middle or an aisle seat, and the person on the inside window is one of those people, and you just sit down and they don't know what to do, but you can feel them and
Yeah,
see them like
like-
squirming
They're like,
because they're just like, so
people
when
are
you-
up. I'm just,
like,
you
brother,
gonna get up or what's up? I'm
again,
like, no, I'm not.
we're in row 34C and D. We're
Yeah.
not moving for a minute. And
Oh, I
guess
get it.
Dude, I love it. I forget where I was at,
You're
but
a
I
dick.
think it was like,
I don't get the overhead deal, but I stand up because
Fine.
I hardly ever leave my seat during the actual flight.
Oh, yeah.
I don't go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
me
get
either.
up. So the second the plane lands, I'm going to stand up.
nah.
I don't get the stuff out of the overhead bin, but I usually stand.
Yeah.
because I find what's really crazy.
I mean, I go
class-
super fast when I do that, so I don't make people wait. It's like when you're at the cash register and you're like getting your change, you're just like, fuck it, I'll shove it in my pocket, I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
But I'm like grabbing my bag
People can
and my
wait.
book bag, and I'm
Nope.
just like, and then once I get to the tarmac, then I put my backpack on, slap up the thing. And
Oh,
then I'm
yeah.
pulling it.
We're all there
Yeah.
to do the same thing. Make
Yeah.
them wait.
Yeah.
Well, And again, last thing, it's the people where there's the groups that have to board, and the people just shoot up into the line, and it's like you're group 7.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Those
Dude,
people,
I love
yes.
it when they board the plane from the back to the front now.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, they fucking get it.
Like, why would you
Back
not?
to front.
Like, if I'm fucking first class, why do I want to be the first one on the plane, dude? It's not leaving until the last person's on there.
Yeah.
I want to breathe all the air I can breathe that's
Just
fresh
makes
now.
sense.
Yeah.
And then just board from the back to the front.
I didn't even know they did
Love
that.
it. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Whole nother thing we could do on airports again, because it's a revisited.
We will.
Needs to happen.
Episode 61.
61,
Episode
bitch.
61.
Game night.
Board night.
Let us know who took
Board
over
night.
Nothing boring about it.
the crown.
Ooh, I did.
We don't know.
Let's not get there yet.
We'll
Buddy,
post
don't
it.
jinx yourself like that. People aren't
It's
going
a
to like you
good
because you're too
roster,
arrogant
but
right
you still
now.
got to get the votes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
you're
post it.
just
We'll
being
talk
too
about
Might
it.
be
arrogant
the
right
best candidate, clearly, but you don't always win.
Thank you. All right. Love you.
There we go.
Bye.